Shall we react to this routine together? There are one or two hair routines now filmed and put on the internet. In fact, I have filmed my routine washing and styling my hair on the internet one or two times. It can be super helpful to see someone show you exactly how they achieve their result with their hair, step by step, in video format. And I thought it would be super fun today to go onto YouTube and search wavy curly hair routine and see what popped up. This was something that I did a lot early on in my curly hair journey when I was figuring out how I best like to wash and style my hair. This is what I did. And I thought it would be fun to do that today together. One of the first videos that came up was a video from Kiana Davis, and it's pretty cool. So let's get right into watching this video.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiana. I make curly hair, vlog, beauty, all different kinds of content, so you guys should subscribe if you want to keep up with it. Anyways, today we're doing a hair routine, obviously. This is my curly / wavy hair routine because the curly police just can't be happy with whatever it is that I nickname my hair, so...
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Why do the wavy curly hair police get so mad when people with clearly curly hair call their hair curly? Anyway, I do the same thing. I have bits and pieces of my hair that are wavy and I have bits and pieces that are curly, which means I have to clarify that there are wavy bits and curly bits in my hair all the time. Instead of just saying curly hair routine, we have to say wavy curly hair routine, which I suppose she did title her video that, so that makes sense.
We're just gonna dive straight in, but I do have a few things that I kind of want to talk about beforehand. First things first, when it comes to doing a hair care routine, I think that it's very much like skincare and you should treat it as such. So in this video, I am going to go over every single product that I use in my hair, but also why I use it, because again, I think it's like skincare and it's not a one size fits all. So I don't think that any routine is going to be the perfect fit for every single person. So we're gonna talk about my hair real quick. I don't necessarily think that the hair type, aka 2C, 3C, 4C, I don't think that that matters too much. No one cares. It doesn't change the products that you are going to be using in your hair.
That is so good right there. Absolutely true. How tight or loose your curl pattern is not what dictates which products you are picking. It is actually more like what she popped up in the text, your texture, your porosity, and density, but that density just mainly refers to how much hair is on your head, so it kind of determines how much product you use. But I love that she pointed that out.
For me, I do have low to medium porosity hair, which you can look up exactly what porosity is. I'm not gonna get into it too much because it's kind of a very detailed thing, but once you figure it out, it makes figuring out your hair care very, very easy. You don't have to know it to figure out your hair care because you will know exactly what works for your hair and what doesn't after you've tried quite a few things, but it can speed up the process. I also have fine hair, but I have a lot of it, so it's very, very thick, but my individual hair is quite fine, so it can't take on a lot of heavy products. And that's important because of the routine that I've curated for myself. I don't use heavy cream products. I don't use anything that's gonna weigh down my curls. I don't use a lot of oils. But for someone who has higher porosity hair, they may end up using a lot of oils or a lot of creams because their hair can soak it all up and it can use it. Mine, however, gets weighed down really easy. So this is also what my hair looks like whenever it is dry with absolutely no product in it. So if your hair is anything like that, just keep watching.
That is so interesting. Her hair air dried with no product in it. I think it was air dried. I'm assuming. She just said that's what her hair looks like with no product in it. It's possible that she did plop and diffuse, but that is super interesting that her hair has that much body and lift all on its own. And obviously in these clips where she's sitting here sharing her routine, she's got tons of volume as well. Also, I think she was spot on when she said that higher porosity hair tends to eat product and soak it up. Creams are good for higher porosity hair. I agree with her 100% on that.
My routine is very, very focused on being lightweight, airy, so if you are interested in that, keep watching because we're gonna go through every single step. Okay, let's get straight into it. We are starting by soaking our hair, drenching it wet. I had my hair in a microfiber towel, but you don't have to have it in a microfiber towel. You could do this right out of the shower, but My issue is that I film. So for that reason, I do put it in a towel, but I am going to re-wet it like I just hopped out of the shower.
Love that. Soaking wet hair, definitely the way to go. And I feel her pain about filming the whole process. This is one reason I wash and style my hair upside down over my tub. It's so that I can film it and show that while being fully clothed. And it eliminates this issue of me having to like re-soak my hair. It's already soaking because I washed it upside down. Also, I saw somewhere on the internet, let me know in the comments down below if you have found this to be the case or have even heard this same thing, but washing your hair upside down is actually a way to get it cleaner. Like if you really struggle with the nape of your neck being gunky, washing your hair upside down is one way to get that particular area super duper clean. Very interesting. Any hoozles.
Reason why you want it soaking wet is because you want your curls to clump together. That's when they're going to be in their best formation. Even if you have waves, this applies to both waves and curls. You just want them to clump as much as possible. And it also helps make sure that your products are evenly distributed. So if you are getting a lot of stringy curls, your curls again are really grimy, they're kind of greasy, it could just be that you are not wetting your hair down enough for the product to really penetrate, to really penetrate into your hair itself.
I think the semantics are what is bothering me with that statement. She said that if your hair is feeling greasy or gunky, it's because there wasn't enough water in your hair. I would argue that if your hair is feeling greasy and kind of producty, it's that you didn't cleanse your hair well enough, or you are using insanely way too much product for your hair. However, if she didn't mean like greasy, but like stringy and like piecey, yes, I agree with that. If there's not enough water in your hair when you apply product to it, it is going to appear like piecey and stringy, and all of your curl clumps are going to be way smaller. So I agree with her that your hair needs to be soaking wet. The semantics of calling the hair greasy or gritty, gummy, what did she say? Maybe I shouldn't be reacting to a video if my brain is like already forgetting the words this quickly.
What you're gonna go in with next is a leave-in conditioner. I really love, it's not technically leave-in conditioner, but that's exactly what it does. But this one also has heat protectant in it, is the Fenty Hair Protective type. I love this stuff so much. I find it moisturizing, but not too heavy for my hair. And also it is a heat protectant because I do use heat on my hair when I'm diffusing. Not a lot, but still a little bit. You don't have to diffuse. It's completely personal choice. I just do not have the time to let my hair air dry. I get so annoyed. So I just run this through everything. So if you're not using heat on your hair, you can definitely opt for a leave-in conditioner that doesn't have heat protectant in it, since you probably don't need it. Next step is a mousse. I take a decent amount. You are going to flip your head over and you are going to start scrunching it into your roots. You're going to gently start really working that into the roots. You don't want to be too rough because then you're going to have a lot of frizz at the roots. So even if you can just scrunch in, just work that mousse all the way through. This is what helps with volume. Also gives a tiny little bit of a cast, but mainly the reason why you add mousse is for volume. You are going to use a gel. I currently have two favorite gels, Not Your Mother's and Marc Anthony Strictly Curls. This one actually is a recent favorite. This one is kind of like an OG favorite forever and always, but just because this one's new and it's kind of on my mind, I'm going to use the Marc Anthony Strictly Curls Define and Hold.
Okay, first, I haven't tried that Fenty Beauty product that she showed that's the heat protectant. I will absolutely be Googling that product once we're done here and checking out that ingredients list and possibly playing around with it, because if it is super crazy lightweight, curly hair friendly, and a heat protectant, that's pretty cool. Love that. The only other product that I've ever run across that is lightweight and a heat protectant is the Curlsmith Miracle Shield, but now I want to check that one out because that's something I haven't tried yet. Also, putting the mousse only at the roots was kind of interesting. I see where she's going with that. That makes sense. That's a technique that I haven't tried before, but I might because that looked really cool. And the Marc Anthony gel. I just played around with that for the first time the other day and was really impressed by that. It smells really good, gave really good shine, really good definition, and I'm excited to see her using it here because I just tried it and it was really good.
In with 2 pumps of it for just the beginning, and I really just scrunch this in everywhere, and you can be pretty liberal with it. Again, it may take you a few times to figure out your perfect routine. Sorry, I'm trying not to look at the viewfinder, but it's so hard and I want to make sure that I'm still in frame. I'm going in with some more, but it may take you a few tries to figure out the perfect amount of products, perfect amount, where you need it, your exact routine, and that's okay. Part of the fun of curly and wavy hair is just that it's a learning experience for everyone, and not everything I do is gonna work out perfectly for you, and that's okay.
Okay, I love that she's styling upside down, and if you listen really closely, when she scrunches that gel into her hair, it makes that squishy gel sound, which tells me just how much water she actually does have in her hair, which is really good. And you'll notice that she's kind of rotating her head from side to side as she scrunches this gel in. And that is keeping things from getting stuck to the back of her head. And she is scrunching all the way to her root, all the way around in the back of her head, so that there's no elongated or stretched out pieces right there in the back.
Now I'm going to continue flipped over, fully flipped over, and just lightly scrunch, and then I'm gonna pulse. This is the same as just scrunching, but it's less frizz because you're only scrunching it a few times and then you pulse. I just find that it works better.
Gently gonna flip back over. Now that we have everything in our hair, this is the crucial part of, as much as you want to touch it, do not touch it.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it, okay? Okay. I go straight into diffusing. I found that it works the best. Speaking of diffusers, real quick, I'll do a little tangent on diffusers. You don't need a fancy schmancy diffuser. This actually is a fake Dyson. My dad originally bought it for my mom one Christmas, and he got it off of Facebook Marketplace, thinking that the person who was selling it was selling a real one. Turns out they were selling a fake one.
Oh my goodness. That exact same thing happened to my husband. He got me what he thought was a real Dyson for my 30th birthday, and it was not a real Dyson. And it died within like a year. But that is hilarious that the exact same situation happened with the fake Dyson. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how stunning she is? Goodness gracious, she's so cute.
I have a shark, but I accidentally blew it up while I was on a trip in Europe because I didn't realize that the voltage was different. So that was my bad. I really loved my shark. But anyways, you just need a blow dryer that has different heat settings and different fan settings, and you just need a diffuser attachment. There's universal diffuser attachments. There's some that come with the blow dryer that you're using. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure that there's pros and cons to using better blow dryers and higher quality blow dryers, but when you're first starting out and when you're figuring it out, it doesn't really matter. You'll figure it out as you go. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I just start with absolutely no heat whenever I first go, but also the fan is going to be full blast. I just want cold air to set this gel cast. I don't apply direct heat towards it because that may make it frizz a little, and I am trying to avoid frizz at all costs. Well, that's not entirely true. I do like a little frizz because it gives a little bit of volume and body, so I'm not entirely opposed to frizz, but just follow this, and then, you know, if you want more frizz, you can go up with heat.
I don't know if I agree with the fact that it's the heat causing the frizz. In my experience, and having talked to a lot of other wavy curlies out there, it's actually the fan speed that causes the frizz. But I love that she's setting that gel cast first. That's good.
All I do, honestly, when I diffuse my hair, I hover. I don't touch it, not once. And that's why my hair probably dries on the wavier to curly side. I have hair and I can't find it. Like on the wavy curly side, just because I don't sit there and scrunch it. I find that my curls do something really wonky when I scrunch them, or they just get wonky, and I don't like the shape of them. So I just hover diffuse, which I literally just do this. And then occasionally I'll like go in and I'll hold up my roots. But that's about all that I do. And then once I feel like that cast is fully set, aka it's crunchy, but it's still wet, I will pick up the heat a little and I will start, because it just speeds up the process. I'm going to start diffusing my hair. This is my least favorite part because it takes so long.
I love that she's hover diffusing. I totally agree with her. When I started hover diffusing first and then finishing off by pixie diffusing, I found that I got way less wonky curls. My hair dried way faster. That is so cool that she is saying that same thing. Now I get it. Why she used the heat protectant, because she's gonna turn on the heat later. I was confused at first because she said, I'm not gonna use any heat when diffusing. And I was like, then why did you use a heat protectant? Because she's turning up the heat later.
So incredibly long, but it's totally worth it because I would rather do this than sit and wait for like 8 hours for my hair to dry. And then at that point, like, where am I going in the day that's 8 hours later? Nowhere.
Totally agree. Diffuse your hair so that your hair isn't wet for forever.
So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I just finished diffusing and it looks wet still, but that's a good thing. You're gonna want it to be crunchy. You want the cast. A lot of people are really nervous. They always want soft curls, but they don't realize that to get the soft curls, you have to have the crunch. So don't be scared of the crunch. The crunch is a good thing. What gets rid of the crunch is oil. I currently really love the Olaplex oil. I guess in a lot of oils. I don't really think that the oils matters too much. Just find one that you really like and that's lightweight. That's why I like this one, because it's not too heavy for my hair. But I'm going to go in to the bottom and start scrunching just a little bit. And then I'm going to flip my head over once again. That's the key to the volume, is that you just flip your head over a lot of times. But you're gonna flip your head over and you're just gonna start shaking. And this is the one time where you can finally be pretty aggressive with your hair. I like a lot of volume at the top, so I kind of want a little bit of frizz at the top. All the time I see girls with really, really pretty curls, but they never shake them out, and I get so annoyed because you could have such like luscious big hair, and I love big hair, but then I see girls with curls that just let them sit there idly.
She's making me want to flip my part. Hold on, I want my volume back.
Gotta shake them out.
You have nice, beautiful, bouncy curls and waves or whatever it is that your hair texture is. This is the final look. I always have like beautiful curls and waves right at the front that are super defined and shiny, and then towards the back of my head is when it gets a little bit more on the frizzy side, but I think it's because of the way I distribute my products, but I don't care enough. The back of my head is not my problem. I can't see it. That's a you problem. So, but I will flip it over and I will kind of just go back and forth for whatever. My neck pop. Anyways, just like pops up the volume even more.
Oh my goodness, she is the absolute cutest human. She's doing a lot of things in her styling routine that I have found also work for me and give me really good results. The styling upside down. I love that she really showed how she was turning upside down. That is something that I need to work better on, because those angles of how you're flipping your hair upside down can be really helpful and game-changing. She absolutely has some of the most stunning curls I have ever seen, and I love that she doesn't care too much about the back of her head. I kind of feel that way. I feel that way about the back of my head too. If there is another routine out there that you would like to see a reaction to, that you would like to hang out together and go through, drop it in the comments down below. I would love to get to do that with you guys in a future video. Just remember, there is no right way or wrong way to wash and style your wavy curly hair. There's just different techniques that achieve different results, and some techniques work better for some people and not for others, and vice versa. So before you get all frustrated about any critique that I had, I'm just sharing my thoughts. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this was fun and helpful. I cannot wait to see y'all in the next video. Bye.